Nobody. Blank space. Sekiro. Hey, here's update version 1.4. It's like, oh, okay. What does that do? Why do we need to update a single player game? I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure if I looked online somewhere. Excuse me? Oh, right. I'm sure if I looked online somewhere, I could probably find out what changed. What changed with the game. I know that I saw something about version 1.03, but I'm not sure. I didn't know anything about version 1.04, which is quite odd. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, last time we destroyed a guy who likes to say Roberto. So, he's done and gone with. But we're still here at the place I can't pronounce because I never bothered looking it up. So, did I say that this is like my third favorite place in the game? Like my third favorite looking place in the game? I think I did because I know what my first favorite place is in the game is, but I don't remember where my second is. So that's a problem for me. I might just completely lie to everybody. But we made our way past the bridge with a very, very fun fight of John Dark Souls himself. He came back. He came back, everybody. John Dark Souls himself. So we need to get to this area up here. And again, the reason why I'm coming here before fighting Genichiro is because I want to see something. I want to see about getting an item. Getting an item before we're supposed to. I'm not sure. But we can go pet these dogs down here. Pet. Pet. See, we're not hurting them, guys. We're not hurting the dogs. We're just petting them. Look. We scratched his neck. Listen, guys. We're scratching his neck. Oh, look. He loves it. He loves scratching his little neck right there. I'm sure it's probably itchy. They're fine. They're no one's dead. This is an E-rated game. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, I'm just being stupid. Okay. Alright, so believe it or not, we have monks that shoot out homing missiles. I know, right? Weird. But first, we can go and kill some carp. So we got two carps right here. This is a very interesting little pond right here because we can come back to this later. And it'll get us something interesting. For now, let's kind of like make our way around all these guys because there's a whole bunch of guys guarding this little path from the beginning to later where you need to go, and we kind of just want to go around them because, like I said, these monks have they have homing missiles, which I think is just like papercraft, something that explode. I'm not really sure what the logic on that is. But we have a whole bunch of people over here just kind of keeping guard. But luckily, there is a very convenient path for us to come up behind them. So, it's like if you want to... The game is very accommodating for people who want to sneak around, which I appreciate. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that guy completely. The game is very accommodating for people who like to sneak around like me. Alright, if I kill this guy, is that guy up there going to see me? He probably will. That's okay. No? He didn't see me. Alright. When you kill someone, it does kind of draw enemies' attention to where you are. But if they're far enough away, or if they're just blind... Here, let me see. These are the guys that shoot at the missiles. Let's actually take a good look at him. I mean, he has this giant bag over his head, so it's no wonder he didn't see me killing that guy over there. He's just wearing a bunch of rags. What does he actually have on him? Oh, those are the things that he shoots at us. Look, on his belt. Those are the things that kind of like home in on you and explode. That's cool. I didn't really notice that, but those little things that he has hanging on his belt, those are the things that they actually use to throw at you. I'm not gonna be able to avoid being seen by this guy, but it's okay. If we just trust him, he's not gonna be a problem. Yep, there he goes. See, and it explodes! And those things home in on you too, so I'm glad we got to at least sew it. Which is nice. Is there anything up here? There is something down here though. Where do I want to go? Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh. Hello, dog. I forgot you were here. Okay, so that's the normal way that we're supposed to go. But we can actually come down. So like, up there, that's where we're supposed to go, right? That's the way towards progress. But if we actually want to come down here, which there's really like no point to come down here. It's just someplace to show off. Oh look, a little monkey fella guarding an item. That's a very Dark Souls thing to do. That's a very From Software thing to do. They put like a useless item in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, oh look, an item, and you walk up to it, and of course, surprise, surprise, you get ambushed. A monkey will actually jump on your head if you let it. But yeah, we actually have monkeys as enemies. Like, what the heck's up with that? Why are monkeys attacking us? Are you gonna throw poop at us? They're really weird because they go down like this. They're not. How do I want to put this? Oh, a persimmon. That's very nice. That's something good to do. Yeah, and also I was reading about how to get that. Speaking of persimmons, I was actually reading about how I was like looking over about how to do that secret ending, or the best ending, which it basically is secret ending because screw having to do all these steps to get it right. Uh, I don't know if you need like that. You know that fat babyface guy that we saw at the beginning as the Senpou Temple area. I don't know if we need him to. I don't know if we need him to like have a happy ending. What's happening here? Is that guy just watching over a sleeping monkey? Sir, why are you doing this? That's creepy. Please stop. Bring me back my health, thank you. That was weird. I didn't know that he was doing that. But anyway, if you come down here with all these monkeys, you actually get a bunch of items. And you might actually recognize where we are. Oh, are these persimmons? I actually don't know if persimmons grow on trees, so who knows. They might. Hey, there were just lots of little bit of items for you. I don't think any of them like actually good or that great, but we have some coins, which is always nice. But yeah, so if you come down here, and it's actually that place we were at earlier when we were getting out of the temple for the first time. We passed through that temple with all the monks. You can tell because there's one of those like straw guys to have that double spear. And we were actually down there on that bridge, and we jumped up to there. So this is just another way. So this is a way around here, because you know this game loves its broken bridges that makes you want to go around. Oh, can't go this way. You gotta go around. It's like, oh, okay. Is anybody gonna fix that? No. Okay. I can see that bridge. That bridge is still broken. Did that? Was that was that always broken, or was that something that we did? That bit of bridge that was broken. I can't. Bit of bridge that was broken. You try saying that 3 times fast, all right? You tell me how easy that is. Well, it's easy for me because I have a doctorate in English. It's like, oh, okay. What are you doing with that? I stream on Twitch. Yeah, sir, you do. Here we have a whole temple area that I don't know I really want to mess with. Oh my god, I hate this area so much. This area I'm at right now, there's a whole bunch of those little goblins with hats. They're called like assassins or something, man. Whatever, they're goblins. If you wait right here, they have a gotcha moment where they actually come walking around. Do they? Yeah, they want you to like go over the roof, but when you do, those two guys jump up and try to surprise you. They ambush you. There's actually another guy right here too. It's like impossible to stealth kill all these guys. The best way I found for dealing with these guys is to like hit them twice and then dodge to the side. Because normally you can get 2 good hits in, and then they're going to counterattack. And they're going to counterattack, and oh, look at that! Look at their jumps. That's crazy. They don't even have any grappling hooks. They just kind of jumped up. They just kind of jumped up here like that. Can I get you without being seen? I can. Oh, but this guy didn't seize me. Oh, look at the hat! Look at the hat! Oh, that's hilarious. The hat just slid on down the roof. I didn't know it did that. That's awesome. Some cool physics. Oh, death from above! That doesn't actually do that much. Oh, nice. Alright, so actually we did this pretty well, honestly. Do I want to kill these monks inside this little area? I guess so. I mean, we're killing everybody else. We might as well. So we can actually kind of take a look inside of here with this kind of like this little scene going on. We have these monks praying, which yeah, they sure do look corrupted. All right, yep, these are evil monks. Don't get them confused, everybody. Because a poster on a wall told us that they're evil. Number 1. That guy over there is facing the wrong way. So I thought they were supposed to be worshipping that guy in the middle. I don't know. Maybe that's an error on the developers. But yeah, they're sitting at these little tables. Look at them. They have these little... What do these little tables actually have on them? Looks like just some bloody meat here. Oh, and of course, who could forget the corpses that are in front of them too? You know what? Let's just try to get ourselves some cover here. I'm going to ask you to come over here, sir. There we go. Nope. We have Centipede Lady over here. Which, you know, we'll talk about that later. Just for now, there's a lady with a centipede in her body. And we'll grab that, even though it has no purpose to us whatsoever. I mean, it's an upgrade material that you would want to get on your first playthrough here, but once you get that, once you like don't need it anymore, it becomes like useless. I don't think you can sell it either. That's the problem. You can't even sell it. All right, so we kind of cleared out this area, which is nice. Oh yeah, I was like, who's seeing us? Yes. Actually, there's a guy here that we're gonna be coming up to. Use a sparking axe now, why not? He's gonna see us like no matter what. And he's one of those guys who have those really big hats that blocks all your attacks. So, before we go down there, before we go along the ground path, I actually want to come up here. We're just gonna kind of bypass all this stuff and take care of this guy real fast. There we go. All right, got a couple people. This is actually a very interesting area right here, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Actually, let's take care of this guy so he doesn't join in on the fun of the other two. You didn't tell your friend you saw me? Okay. Yeah, that's right. You go and you block my sword with your hand. We'll see how well that turns out for you, alright? So this area, there's something very interesting about this area, as in terms of speed runs. Where did he do it at? It's like one of these little mountain area. I think it's that mountain like right here. I think something like if you jump on top of this mountain, this little not all mountain, this little rock area right here, it uh it makes your character fall through the ground, and it makes him keep falling and falling and falling until you get to another area that you get to a little bit later in the game. So there's a whole area that's stored like way below the ground here, and you get to it by jumping into this little rock thing. It's either this or somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be. But it's somewhere like that. It's somewhere where you fall in. You fall into the ground, and then you just keep falling and falling. You fall for like a long time. And you finally reach a loading zone that loads in an entirely new area. Oh yeah. So this is actually something I want to try out real fast. I want to try an item that we're not going to get into a little bit later. An item that you're not supposed to get until a little bit later. Like, much later. We have the finger whistle. It's our prosthetic tool that's just a finger. I don't know why you can't just add it to your hand, but okay. Its sound will grab an enemy's attention and draw them to the whistle's location. This is actually really, really useful. This is actually a really useful item because it actually pulls an enemy if you lock onto them, and it pulls them to where you use the sound, to where you used it at. So you can basically break up groups of enemies and take them out individually. It's really actually almost a little bit overpowered, almost, if you want to use it a lot. But here's the bottom which you want to look at. The sound of the finger whistle enrages beasts, making them unable to distinguish friend from foe. And that is a very useful... No, I want to say useful, but I would say that it's a kind of an interesting mechanic that's not really used too much. So we have a whole bunch of wolves down here. There's what am I locked onto? Okay. Alright, so there's a whole bunch of wolves down here, and I think there's a guy down there as well. So if I use that, it's gonna raid all of them, I think. Oh, I was locked onto a gecko. Oh, we got one who's actually... Okay. Oh, we got two who actually pulled towards us. Pets. So yeah, it's alright, you wanna come at me? I like how you ran back just to run towards me. I guess these dogs are programmed to give the player enough room to actually counter. I don't know, that's pretty funny. But yeah, it enrages at least one of them. I know. and it kind of makes them go kill everybody. Yeah, see? If you were to do it on like a human, he would actually come and investigate the spot where he heard the sound at. So you could like run behind this rock and watch him walk to the area and be like, "Huh, there's something here," and then you could kill him. But when you do it on like animals, it actually, oh my god, that dog attacked the poison lizard and they both died. It's like the dog died from poison and the lizard died from the dog. Wolf, whatever. That's great. Wasn't there a guy here? No? Yes? No? I don't know. Lizard. Okay, so Mount Simpao, Mount General Tao's Chicken doesn't really have a boss to it in a general sense. At least not right away. But the closest it has to a boss is in this building right here. Well, we have these little gremlin guys. Which I don't know what they get. They're like little deformed people that have claws on them. I don't like they are not animals. They're actually people. They're just really screwed up. But there's a lot of them in here. Best thing about this is that we can just walk on these scaffolding without fear of falling. Because the game is very nice in letting us. You know what? I'll take the burn. It's fine. I'll just go ahead and heal it. So these guys mainly will like try to just back away from you and try to burn you, as you can obviously see. That's alright though. We'll just heal ourselves. There's actually a boss like right there. But before I deal with that boss, I would like to deal with all the little minions kind of surrounding him. So let me get out of here real fast. Let me see how many more minions there are. That word is just ruined now, minions. This is the same because I use it so much. I think that's all of them, honestly. I think most of them were actually on the scaffolding. Yeah, Long-arm Centipede Sen'un. Alright, you know what? We can just run away all the way over here. And once his thing leaves, we can run all the way back. Okay. We can actually get this temple from like up there. So we could actually drop onto this temple, but we're not going to do that. So, this boss is actually kind of a fun boss, honestly. It's another one of those fun bosses that you kind of come across. Because his pattern is very specific and very easy to learn, kind of. We can get one surprise attack on him. And then for the rest, we gotta do some blocking. Hi. Be careful, he will do that swipe attack. Yeah, I mean, I believe I was blocking that entire time, but you know what, if you want to say no. Alright. I didn't handle that the best way. Actually, I believe that my imposter probably broke when I was up against that wall, but I didn't know because the camera sucked. It's like dun 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 dun. Something like that. That's how his attacks goes. And that's not the last time we're going to be seeing one of those guys either, so I'll have another chance to try and do that. But yeah, he's just one of those. He's just a random mini boss that's just kind of chilling out down here. He gives you a prayer beat, I believe.